So today's video is another video in the Hachette Disney Crochet Granny Square series, and today we are moving on to issue 50, and this is for the Donald and Daisy sunflower square, which is the square just pictured here. Now I'm sure you can already see there's not very many colours out in front of me, because compared to the last square with all the colour changes with the Cinderella one, we are just doing a one colour square this time, which is fantastic. I can get through this video nice and quickly and get it to you as quick as possible. But obviously we do still have the white with us because we do have to add the white border on at the end, which is absolutely fine. That won't take us very long. And it does seem recently that the border is just a standard thing now, and it's exactly the same the whole way through, which makes it nice and simple for us as well. I will just give my usual disclaimer that this series of videos is purely for people that are paying for the Disney Crochet subscription. You will not be able to complete this square without having access to these patterns, because I cannot give the full pattern away during this video due to copyright reasons. And it's a real shame that I'll have to say goodbye to you now, but I do occasionally upload videos of my own patterns, so if you would like to come back and visit me on this channel in future, I would love to see you at some other point. But for now, I guess, let's just get straight into it. So like we do for most of these videos, we're starting off with a slip knot already on our hook, and as we have done all the way through this series, we're starting off with our 4mm hook and only using this one. Once you've got your slip knot on your hook, we want to chain 5. So I'm yarning around the back, pulling the yarn over, and then pulling that through the loop that's already on my hook, and we've chained 1. Repeat that, chain 2, 3, 4 and 5. Once you've got your 5 chains, we want to slip stitch into the first chain. So if you bring your chains up in front of you and you can see where you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, into that first V just there, we want to put our hook through and then pull our yarn through and then straight through the loop that's already on our hook. So we've slip stitched that one through, and we've now got our ring that we can work into for round 1. The first step of round 1 is to chain 4. So again, I'm bringing up around the back and pulling through. So there's 1, 2, 3 and 4. We then want to do a treble into the centre of our ring. Now, as we always do, pinch both sides and pull apart, and you'll see the centre of your circle, and this is where we're working into. So for a treble, we are yarning over once, we're going into our ring and pulling up a loop, so you've got 3 on your hook. We're then yarning over, pulling through 2, yarning over again, and pulling through the last 2. Once you've done that, you want to chain 1. It tells you under round 1 in the magazine how many times you need to repeat the 1 treble into the ring plus the 1 chain. I'll do another couple with you. Yarn over into the ring, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, chain 1, and then yarn over into the ring, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, chain 1. If you repeat that as many times as it says under round 1 in the magazine, I will meet you at the end of the round and show you how to finish that one off. So I've done my treble followed by the 1 chain as many times as it says to do under round 1, and the last instruction of that round is to join with a slip stitch into the 3rd chain. So our chains are these ones that we did here right at the beginning of the round, and you can see I've got a V just here, so that's my first one. It's number 2 there, number 3 here. So we want to go into number 3, pull it through and pull it through the loop on our hook, and we've completed round 1. For round 2, we want to slip stitch into the first chain space. Now the chain spaces are the gaps between each stitch that we've got, because if you remember from the last round, we did a treble followed by a treble followed by a chain. So every gap that you can see there is a chain space. So I'm going to put my hook through that first hole that you can see there, go straight in through, pull up a loop and pull that through the loop that's on my hook, and I've slip stitched into the first chain space. I then want to chain 2, 1 and 2. We then want to treble 3 clusters into that space. So a TR3CL is a treble 3 cluster, and they're worked together. So I'm going to show you how to do it now. It's been so long since I've done these videos, I don't know if we've done this before, but I'm just going to show you how to do it anyway, so it doesn't matter. And I will try to break it down as slowly as I can for you. We want to yarn over our hook, and we're going in through the chain space, not into a stitch. So into that chain space, pull up a loop, we've got 3 on our hook, yarn over and pull through 2. We then need to repeat that another 2 times because we've done it once and we're trebling 3 cluster. So you've done 1, we've got 2 more. Yarn over, in through, pull up a loop, you've got 4 on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2. We've got 3 on our hook. Yarn over into your chain space, pull up a loop, you've got 5 on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, and you've got 4 loops on your hook, and you know that you're at the right stage with this when you're left with 4 loops on your hook. And then the last instruction of this stitch is literally just to yarn over and pull through all 4 of those loops, and you've done the treble 3 cluster. When you've done the treble 3 cluster, you want to chain 3. So there's 1, 2 and 3. From now on, we're going to be doing a treble 4 cluster, which is the same as this one, but with an extra stitch. I'll show you how to do one now. Remember, we're going into the chain space and not into the stitch at the top. So yarn over and into the space, pull up a loop, you've got 3 on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2. You've done it once. Yarn over into the space, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. We've done it twice. Yarn over into your space, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. We've done it 3 times, and remember we're doing a treble 4 cluster now, so we want to yarn over, back in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and this time you'll be left with 5 loops on your hook, and that's what we want for our treble 4 clusters. Simply yarn over, pull through all 5. We've done our treble 4 cluster, chain 3, and then we're repeating it again into the next space. So I'll do it with you again. Yarn over, into the chain space, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. We've done it once. Yarn over into your chain space, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. There's twice. Yarn over into the space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. We've done it 3 times. Yarn over into your space, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. We've done it 4 times. We've got 4 loops on our hook, so we can now yarn over, pull through all of those loops, chain 3, and we're now ready to move on to do the treble 4 cluster plus the chain 3 into the next space. If you carry on with those going around, the magazine would tell you under round 2 how many of those you need. I'll meet you at the end of the round. I've done my last treble 4 cluster. I then want to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and the last thing we want to do is finish off with a slip stitch into the top of the first cluster that we did. So we've got our cluster here, and then this large stitch here at the top is the stitch that we want to do our slip stitch into. So I'm going in through that one, doing a slip stitch, and there's round 2 finished. So for round 3, we want to slip stitch into the first chain space. Again, we can see our chain space here because of the gap. So I'm just going in through the space, pulling up a loop, pulling that loop through the chain or the loop that's already on my hook. We then want to chain 4. So there's 1, 2, 3 and 4. We then want to do a double treble and 3 trebles into that space. So to start off with, we're wrapping our yarn twice around our hook for the double treble, going into that space and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2 and pull through 2 again, and there's the double treble. And we now want to do 3 trebles into that same space. So yarn over into the space, pull through 2, pull through 2, there's 1 treble, yarn over into the same space, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over into the same space, pull through 2, pull through 2, and we've done our double treble followed by our 3 trebles. We then want to chain 1, and we're now going to be working into the next chain space. So we want to do 3 trebles, so yarn over into the next space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and I've done 1 treble. And then my next will go into the same space, there's 2, and into the same space, there's 3. I then want to do 2 double trebles into that same space. I'm just going to pull those ones along just to give me a bit more room. So I'm yarning over twice on my double treble into that same space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and I want to do 1 more into that space. So I'm yarning over twice into the space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We then need to chain 2, 1 and 2, and we're going into the next chain space again. We're doing 2 double trebles followed by 3 trebles. So yarn over twice into that space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over twice for your second double treble into that space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and we've done our 2 double trebles. We now need to do 3 trebles into that same space. So I've moved those ones along, just yarning over once into that space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, there's 1 treble, and there's 2 and 1 more, there's 3. We need to chain 1 and then into the next space 3 trebles, yarn over into that space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and I've done 1 treble, there's 2 and 3. I now need to do 2 double trebles into that space. So I'm pulling the yarn over slightly, yarn over twice, into your space and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2 again, and you've done 1 double treble, yarn over twice, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2, chain 2, and now it's 2 double trebles followed by 3 trebles into the next space. So yarn over twice into your next, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over twice, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. And now we need to do our 3 trebles into that same space. So yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. There's 1 treble, there's 2, and 3. Chain 1. In the next space, 3 trebles followed by 2 double trebles. So yarn over into your next, pull through 2, there's 1, 2, and 3, 2 double trebles, so yarn over twice into the space, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and repeat it, so yarn over twice into the space, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, now chain 2, 1 and 2. Now into the next space, it's 2 double trebles followed by 3 trebles. So yarn over twice into the next, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and another double treble, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and now 3 trebles into that same space. 1, 2, and 3. We then want to chain 1, and into the next space we need 3 trebles and 2 double trebles. So yarn over into that space, pull through 2, pull through 2, there's 1 treble, there's 2, and 3. We now need to do 2 double trebles, so yarn over twice into that space, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and repeat it again, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. We now need to chain 1, and we're joining with a double crochet into the 4th chain. So we've got our 4 chains here at the beginning, so I'm counting back 1, 2, 3, and 4, going in through this one, yarning over and pulling up a loop. So I've got 2 on my hook, yarn over and pull through both, and we have finished round 3. So we've got 3 rounds left to go in the sunflower colour. So for round 4 we're chaining 3, 1, 2, and 3, and we then need to do a treble into the corner space. So if you pull both sides you can see where your gap is. So we're yarning over and putting our hook into that corner, pulling up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, and you've done your treble into the corner space. We now want to do a treble into each of the next 5 stitches. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you're going to do 5 before you reach your first gap. So I'm yarning over into my first stitch, and there's 1 treble, into my next, there's 2, 3, 4, and 5. You then want to do 1 treble into the chain space. So yarn over and in through the gap, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You're then doing a treble into each of the next 5 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we've reached our first corner. Into the corner you want to do 2 trebles, 2 chains and 2 trebles. So yarn over into your corner space. There's 1 treble, and 2, chain 2, 1 and 2, and then 2 more trebles into that space. 1 and 2. So we're going to continue to do the same going around. It's 5 trebles into the stitch, 1 into your centre space, 5 trebles into the next 5 stitches. Your corners are 2 trebles, 2 chains, 2 trebles. I will meet you at the end of the round. So once you reach the end of round 4, we want to do 2 trebles into the corner space. So there's 1 and 2. You then want to chain 1 and finish with a double crochet into the 3rd chain. So there's 1, 2 and 3 on my chains. Go in through that one, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through both, and we've finished round 4. For round 5 we're chaining 3. 1, 2 and 3. Again, like the last round, we want to do a treble into the corner space. So yarn over, pull those apart so you can see your space, go in through, pull through 2 and pull through 2. We then want to miss the next treble, and we're going to do 3 trebles into the next treble. So our first treble would be this one here. So we're going to go into the one after, which is just here. So yarn over, in through that one, pull up a loop, and we're doing 3 trebles into that same stitch. So we've done 1, yarn over, back in through the same, there's 2, yarn over into the same, and we've done 3 trebles into that one stitch. We're now going to miss 2 stitches. So we're going to miss this one and the next one, and we're going to go into the 3rd one, and we're going to do 3 trebles into that one again. So pull up a loop, pull through 2, there's 1, there's 2, and 3. We're going to repeat that along, missing 2 stitches and doing 3 into the next. And in the magazine under round 5, it tells you how many times you need to do that, and I will meet you at our first corner to show you what you need to do for there. So you should notice when you get to your first corner that you have got 1 stitch left at the end, and that is fine because obviously we missed a stitch at the start of the round, so there should be 1 free at the end as well. Going into our corner, we want to do 2 trebles, 2 chains and 2 trebles. There's 1 and 2, 2 chains, 1 and 2, and 2 trebles. 1 and 2. We're now going to do the same going along. So it's miss 1 stitch, treble, do 3 trebles into the next, miss 2 stitches, 3 in the next, miss 2 stitches, 3 in the next, miss 2 stitches, 3 in the next, all the way along until your corner where it's 2 trebles, 2 chains, 2 trebles. I'll meet you at the end of the round. So I'm now back at the first corner, and into that one we want to do 2 trebles into the corner space. So yarn over and into the space. There's 1 and 2. Once you've done your 2 trebles, you want to chain 1 and join with a double crochet into the 3rd chain. So count up your 3 chains at the beginning, go in through, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both, and we're now on round 6, which is the last round in the sunflower colour before we do our border. So chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and a treble into your corner space again. So yarn over into your space, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to treble all the way along, and our corners are 2 trebles, 2 chains, 2 trebles. It tells you in the magazine exactly how many trebles along you need. So I'll do a few with you as I normally do. So yarn over into your first, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and I've done 1. Yarn over into your next, pull through 2, pull through 2, there's 2, there's 3, 4, and 5. If you continue along, like I said, under round 6, it tells you exactly how many there should be. I'll meet you at the first corner. So once you get to your corner, you want to do 2 trebles, 2 chains, and 2 trebles. So into our corner, there's 1 and 2 trebles, 2 chains, 1 and 2, and 2 more trebles. 1 and 2. Continue trebling along. Like I said, round 6 will tell you how many there should be. Your corners are 2 trebles, 2 chains, 2 trebles. I will meet you at the end of the round. So we're finishing off round 6 with 2 trebles into the corner space. 1 and 2. We then want to chain 2, 1 and 2. And the last thing we need to do is a slip stitch into the 3rd chain. So count back 3, going through, pull up a loop and pull that one through the one on your hook. You can now fasten this chain off because we have finished our square and just need to do our border in the white colour now. And you want to join your white to any of your corner spaces. I've joined my yarn to my corner space, and now to begin the border we want to chain 2. So there's 1 and 2. We're not doing any stitches into the corner spaces for this round. Now I will just say, I know I mention in most of my videos about altering the size of the squares. I have found making this square that it is of an average size, therefore I'm sticking to the pattern in the magazine. If you have got a very large square, remember you can change this stitch to the smaller stitch and do the double crochet, the DC, instead of the half treble. If you've got a very small square, you can change this and make it a treble rather than a half treble. And I know that sounds confusing just to listen to, but hopefully many of you will have done my squares before and know exactly what that means by now. But for now, I'm just sticking to the pattern in the magazine. So we just want, for this one, to half treble all the way along. The corners are 1 half treble, 2 chains, 1 half treble. So it should be really simple. So I'm yarning over, going into my first stitch, pulling up a loop, yarning over and pulling through all 3, and I've done 1 half treble. Into the next, there's 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to continue doing that all of the way along the row, and I'll meet you at the end to show you the first corner. In the corner we're doing 1 half treble, 2 chains, 1 half treble. So yarn over into your corner, yarn over, pull through all 3. I've done my 1 half treble, chain 2, and then 1 more half treble. So continue with this around. It's half trebles all the way along. The border round will tell you exactly how many there should be. Your corners are 1 half treble, 2 chains, 1 half treble. I'll meet you at the end of the round. So the last little bit left to do is just to do the last corner for the border. So into the corner we want to do 1 half treble. We're then chaining 2. We then want to do a slip stitch into the 2nd chain. Now this is quite difficult to see, I think, but there's 1 chain here and another one just here. So I'm going to go in through that one, pull up a loop, pull that one straight through, and you can now fasten off your white. So there you have it. There is your finished Donald and Daisy sunflower square from issue 50. I hope you've enjoyed making this square. I have got it to you quite quick compared to the last one, which I did promise I would do. I won't be abandoning you for that long again. I do promise that. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I actually really did, because it was nice and simple and quick to get through after the pain of the last square doing one of the portraits, which I know we all don't enjoy. Just a simple thing just to say, obviously from being away for the past 3 months, I don't know how many people are still using the videos. So if you are still using them, please make sure to leave it a like, because I need to know that you're all still here following. Otherwise it would be silly of me to carry on. If you need to leave a comment below, or you just want to say hi, remember I'll respond to every comment. And remember to hit that subscribe button if you do want a notification for when the next video is available. So until the next video, which I should hopefully get to you quite quickly as well, all that's left to say is have a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!